long overdue, I guess, maybe. What's up, guys? If I could find out where I put these. Oh, there you are. Cool. Alright. Guess we could just get right into it, right? Easy enough? Let's do it. Tells my hotkeys. Wrong hotkey. Alrighty then. So guys, first CTL cast of the year. Oh, season. Season, not year. Let's get right into it. First week versus Psionic Aftermath. Gold set. Hades versus Chibs. Hades, the artist formerly known as Drunk Viper, and also formerly known as Aceblade. Then the top left hand corner, speaking of which, playing as the Orange Terran, we have All Inspirations Hades. And in the bottom right hand corner, playing for Psionic Aftermath Academy, I believe that A stands for. It is Chibs. Why? I can't read people's names. Slightly an issue. So pretty big map here, Ascension to Ire to start us off. Pretty standard though. I like it in most cases. As a Zerg, you have plenty of room in the middle here. It gets kind of interesting because the third base is pretty far away. So like kind of like just getting creep over there is ASAP is a pretty big important task you have to do as a Zerg player. Also, kind of some interesting things that you need to note in the middle of the map is that like it's pretty choky in the middle of the map, right? There are definitely games I play where like you kind of hit a stalemate, which I can't run into this choke point. I can't run up this ramp. I can't run through here because this guy siege tanks everywhere, but he can't move through this big open area as well. So could be an interesting type of situation if it gets to that point in the game. So it looks like Chibs went for a pool first build here against Hades. I wonder if he's thinking, okay, this is the all-in clan. We do a lot of cheesy stuff, so let me play a little bit safe here. Let's get that spawning pool out. Get the ability to make Zerglings as fast as possible, so we don't die to anything crazy like a proxy or something like that. But Hades on the other side, just gonna go with the standard as all standard Reaper expansion. Going into a factory right afterwards, so it's not gonna be a 2-on-1 here, but it will be maybe some sort of Hellion play. Yeah, looks like the Raptor's dropping down now. On top of that barracks, right after the Reaper. So we'll see what he decides to do with that. SCV has scouted nothing yet. Sees the Overlord. He knows he's Zerg. Has not gone to the base, did not see the timing of the gas, did not see the timing of the pool as well. Did not see the timing of the hatchery. So, kind of playing a little bit blind here, Hades is. Reaper, where's the Reaper? Reaper's actually gonna stay at home, not gonna come out and scout it quite yet. Doesn't feel like he needs to do it. A couple lanes gonna come across the map to poke away at the natural of Hades, but as I said, that Reaper stayed at home, so these lanes shouldn't be able to get in to see much or do much. But he will get the scouting off on this command center and know it's not a one base type play. There it is, sees the hatchery. Actually goes, nice scout there. He gets up there and sees the reactor factory, which I didn't think he was gonna be able to do with this Reaper, but he does get out there and spot that, so he does know that he needs to be prepared for Hellion play going into the mid game. Looks like Chibs is deciding to go with all the cool kids and follow their path. I'm going for a roach-based type of style against Terran. Roach Ravager probably, maybe some Infestors thrown in. Pretty strong style. So for what I've seen so far, it's been pretty strong. Especially I think in these lower leagues, gold, plat type leagues, where just having an overwhelming amount of roaches is just so good. Because you have to micro back against these roaches to actually do anything. Make sure your siege tanks with siege, stuff like that. So I like this play out of Chibs. Good strategy. Not as fun, I think, as Mutilating Bane, but definitely a strong strategy for this game. No third base though. I think he's gonna try to go grab one now. This drone's gonna come out. Yeah, he's gonna go take his third base now. Meanwhile, other side, Hades going for the little bit of mech here. A little bit of not the full double factory Cyclone Hellion production, but have a couple Cyclones, a couple Hellions, and see what he can get done with that. Probably pressure designated to kill this third base, I guess, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. The Armory is coming up now, so it's going to be a Hellbat Cyclone type of push. It's going to be a little bit later than normal. It's all going to come down to, can the Cyclones take out the Roaches before the Roaches take out the Hellbats? Because basically all you want as a Terran here is the Hellbats to be fighting against the Lings, and the Cyclones to be shredding the Roaches. Hades is going to drop down scans everywhere. Not really sure what's going on here. He sees the Roaches, sees the Evo Chamber, sees the lair. He thinks this may be a third base, but didn't see one there. Unfortunately, did not scan the right third base. Third base is actually on the top northeast side of the map, so maybe playing a little bit blind here. Bunch of Roaches going to come out though. See what Chib's going to do. The speed is not even started yet because lair isn't started. So these Roaches may be caught out if he loses this fight. No real way of retreat. You're gonna walk into this wall of Cyclones and realize that's not a fight I want to take right now. I'm gonna back off. So it looks like Hades is actually gonna commit to the mech here. He's gonna drop down another factory with a tech lab and another factory behind it. So he's gonna actually try and mech this one out. He's gonna make it happen a little bit. Little Villa going on. Third command center is actually completed for Hades, so he may be trying to flip that over soon. Hellions and Hellbats are ready to go, but just gonna play a little safe here. You're gonna stay back and just wait up. I think he still thinks there may only be 2 bases up, which is why he's kind of playing this pretty cautiously. Siege tanks are gonna start being pumped out now from Hades. Let's see, and the upgrades going as well. It's basically nothing too much happening now. A little roach pressure. Knew you couldn't get anything done, had to run back, and both players are just gonna macro up from this point on. Hydro's done is done as well, so it's gonna be Roach Hydra here for Chibs. And Hades is gonna move out and try to take this third base. Interesting little composition here of Cyclone, Hellion, Hellbat, Banshee coming out of Hades. Kind of a weird little mech smorgasbord of stuff, right? I think there was siege tanks. Yeah, there's siege tanks being made, but not being rallied out quite yet. Chibs on the hand, just trying to get his macro going. Unfortunately, Hades is still ahead in macro of the Chibs. He's still down to 35 to 37 workers. At this point, Zerg really wants to be much farther ahead in the worker count. Nubatized Carapace coming out as well, so he's going to get that overload speed to really try to get scouting information out on top of this Terran. So yeah, pretty passive game here. Not too much going on. Both players just trying to concentrate on their own macro. Not too much harassment happening as well. Crease spread starting to get out here for Chibs. At least covering up this 4th base location whenever he decides to take it. The crease spread to the right side here, starting to move out as well. I would like to see him move that a little farther out. Just attacking onto creep as a Terran is a very terrifying proposition usually. So the more crease spread you're free to push out there, the better. Cyclone army is starting to get pretty big though. Unfortunately, those Cyclones do not do too hot against Hydralisk. So with a decent amount of Hydralisk in this army, we'll see what Hades can get done. Three siege tanks are on the way as well. So I think if the siege tanks are sieged and Hades takes a decent fight with the siege tanks in range, he could definitely do the damage here. Like, the creep spread isn't quite here yet. If the siege tanks get a siege up here, trying to run through this choke point is going to be very hard for him. So he's going to pressure onto the third base now. Roaches and Hydras are kind of out of position here. Siege tanks are on the way now. If the siege tanks get sieged, it's going to be a very hard fight for him. Siege tanks are getting sieged up now. That is a lot of Roach Hydras. The hatchery already does go down. But actually, never mind, there's only 3 siege tanks, so it's not quite enough. He does trade pretty well here, I think. A lot of his Roach Hydras just go down, and Well, taking out the third base was definitely big. So 2 base to 2 base. 2 base to 3 base actually. Hades gonna feel in a pretty good position here. He did lose his mech army, which is a terrifying proposition. As a mech player, you need that mech army to continue to snowball and it's looking bigger and bigger. So this counterattack could be very scary coming out of Chibs. Yeah, this third base may have to be lifted because there's just not enough units here for Hades to defend. Both players floating a lot of minerals, and I don't know if Hades has firepower to stop this army. See if you get a nice surround heal on this bunker. Not gonna be enough. Get the pull off the workers against these Roach Hydra, and he will have to tap out as the Roach Hydra counter swing is just a little too much for him. So feels bad. Not the worst played game for Ace played, but I feel like he needed to push a little bit harder and faster, right? Like he needed that army to really get in position before the Roach Hydras got to a big enough ball. I think he fought a little bit early. The Sea Chains weren't quite with the rest of his army before he got there as well. But yep, so that's game number 1, going to Psionic Aftermath. Also, it actually starts at 2-0 because there was actually a walkover from All In. So it's 2-0 Psionic Aftermath right now. We're going to go into the, I guess, set 2 with Fizbin versus the Million. A little ZBZ action on Blood Boil. Alright. In the top left-hand corner, playing the Green Zerg. For all inspiration, it is All In's Fizbin. And in the bottom right-hand corner, playing for Psionic Aftermath, the Pink Zerg. It is Domillion. Oh, Domillion. I thought it was Domillion. Domillion. So let's see what kind of builds these guys go with. Fizbin has been known to do some little bit of trickery. He does learn a lot of ZVZ builds from the rest of us cheesy Zergs and All In. I'm not sure if many people in All In like the ZVZ matchup, so we find out some nice cheesy 13-12s and stuff to deal some damage with. But it looks like Fizbin not gonna do anything cheesy. He's gonna go for the hatch first in the back of the base. Meanwhile, Domillion gonna take the hatch first in the front of the base. So Domillion's gonna have a little bit more gas coming to the mid game. As the front base has 2 geysers, the back base only has 1, but the back base has much more mineral patches. So Fizbin's gonna have more minerals, Domillion more gas. Fizbin not even taking gas quite yet, so he's gonna go hatchery into a spawning pool. So not a hatch gas pool, but a hatch pool gas probably. Domillion dropping his spawning pool now. Fizbin getting his gas now. So yeah, just a little bit of a stylistic difference between the 2 players. The builds aren't really that too different. Like the end goal, the end result is about the same. The only thing Fizbin has to kind of worry about is the fact that he has the speed probably a little bit later, because the gas intake from Domillion is a little bit faster as well. So he doesn't want to have too many lanes out in the middle of the map with no speed and like possibly getting taken out. The couple seconds you have your opponent has speed and you don't could just be like deadly in a ZVZ when your league count is so important. He could chase you down. So nothing too out of ordinary here. Domillion gonna go with 2 sets of lings, 2 queens, and just gonna go into that standard ZVZ, standard hatch first opening that you do against basically every race right now. Fizbin, on the other hand, not gonna actually gonna skip a Baneling Nest. Oh no, that's not Fizbin. Domillion actually gonna skip a Baneling Nest and go straight for this Roach Horn. This could be for a Roach timing attack, possibly. Not really sure. Actually, not. Did he get speed? Other than the money. Oh, both players not getting speed quite yet. Interesting. So it looks like it's gonna be a +1 Roach attack here from Domillion, which is could definitely be very, very strong. I actually do I enjoy using this build as well in my own matches. If your opponent doesn't spot the Evo Chamber or the Roaches in the back, you kind of just get rolled over because +1 lings are +1 Roaches are very, very good against lings. they two-shot leagues rather than three-shot, which, given how slow roaches fire, very, very important. Actually, 2 Evo Chambers back to wall off this ramp. Interesting. I've actually never seen that before. It's just it takes so long to go around this map, all the way around here to get to the back. That's like most people don't even try. But actually, DeMillen not gonna go for any kind of not actually going for the +1. Looks like he's just gonna straight wall off, making 3 Evo Chambers in the front, 2 Evo Chambers in the back. Just really does not want to get Ling flooded. I guess that kind of makes sense when you're going for this early roach play. Fizz on the other side actually going to go for a 2-base lair, interestingly enough, with the Roach Warden as well. So I wonder what he's going to do with this. A couple Spore Crawlers going down for DeMillen. What is DeMillen seeing that prompted these Spore Crawlers? I guess he saw that there was no hatchery here. And oh, he saw the lair being morphed. So I guess he's assuming, okay, he's on 2-base, he's going to lair, he's definitely going to make a bunch of mutas and fly across the map and try to kill me. But actually, unfortunately for him, the call is not mutas here for Fizzman. It's actually going to be +1 roaches, I think. Yeah, +1 roaches with speed, and that's going to be very deadly. And these Spore Crawlers are basically going to be dead weight. Not going to do too much against roaches. Drone count heavily in Fizzman's favor. DeMillen spending all his money to wall off with these Evo Chambers just really kind of ate into his drone count where he needed to make drones here. Fizzman definitely head in the macro, head in the micro, head in the macro, head in the economy. So this should be a pretty powerful attack coming out of him once this +1 finishes. It's going to time out pretty nicely as well with roach speed and with +1. He's gonna kill up as they run in. He does. So DeMillen does see the roaches, so he knows. I think he's pretty confident it's not 2-base muta, because if you go 2-base muta, you're going straight for those mutas. You're not making roaches. All your gas is going to the mutas. You're not making anything else besides that. But he sees the roaches now, and I think Fizzman's gonna try to knock on these rocks. Yeah, give himself a little bit of cover in the back, and then walk across the map with these roaches as +1 is finishing, and see if he can bust his opponent. +1 roach is actually gonna roach attack is actually gonna finish for DeMillen as well. So they may be up into a if Fizzman doesn't come over here as fast as possible, he may actually be fighting equal upgrades against DeMillen's units. But I think the roach count should be heavily in his favor. Yeah, 16-9 right now. So this should be a pretty good fight for Fizzman. He may get some. He might be a little dicey with the way the pathing works out with the Evo Chambers being blocked, but I think it should be okay. He still has a little bit of time before this +1 finishes if he goes in right now. I wonder if Fizzman knows he can actually take out this hatch rate. Oh yeah, he spots that the +1 is finishing up. It does finish, though. It does not cancel the +1. So both players are on equal upgrades here. The roach counts are just, I think, a little bit in Fizzman's favor. Actually, no. Roach counts are even. And with the defender's advantage with these queens, I think DeMillen will hold. Although these couple of roaches in the back here are not really doing anything. So almost there for Fizzman. It was a good attempt there to deny that +1, but DeMillen does just barely get the +1 out, and I think that turned the tide in this fight. +1 roaches versus +0 roaches. It's a much different much different fight. But again, Fizzman ahead, 9 workers here, going right into that lurker den as well. So, giving 3 bases with roaches, hydras, and lurkers from Fizzman, while on the other side, DeMillen really only just has roaches and +1. Not too much else out. Third base isn't even done yet. Third base being started now for him. So he's definitely behind the economy. Third base already completed for Fizzman, and he's already droning that up to a decent amount. And when one of the worst feelings in ZBZ is fighting versus lurkers when you don't have lurkers. And ouch, a bit of a move command there from DeMillen. He does spot the gold base going down, but loses about 4 or 5 roaches for pretty much nothing there as he move commands past Fizzman's army. Electric Dan's about to finish. Any hydras on the way? Yeah, 8 hydras on the way for Fizzman. So I think as soon as those 8 hydras pop, the lurker den's gonna finish up. He's gonna try to morph these into a whole bunch of lurkers and just try to do that little siege play where you kind of sit in the front of the ramp, sit in front of the your opponent's natural, and basically shell away at his front walls, slowly pushing in until you just have an overwhelming force. Although Demillion right now is posturing here to try to take out this 4th base, which would be pretty nice, but in the end it actually doesn't really matter too much because he's still so far behind in economy as his 3rd base isn't even done yet, and Fizman's 4th base is almost done. So I think this base will go down, but it won't be too big of a deal for Fizman. He's going to try to save it though. I don't think he will actually. The Ravagers do get a couple good shots on the Hydras, but the DPS in the back of the Hydras, from the Hydras in the back, is just a little bit too much here. Roaches in the front where it's enough to tank, and the Hydras in the back just shelling away is really, it's how you want to fight Roach vs Hydra fight. As long as the amount of shots the Hydras can get without getting, you know, attacked is just, everything's golden. Especially when you're playing against Roach Ravager rather than Roach Hydra. So Ravagers be more trying to take out some overloads on the way over. Always a nice play. It's just annoying. Like, not only does it like clear up, it possibly supply block your opponent, but it also clears up their vision. So just getting across the map, it gets so much harder for your opponent once you clear up those overlords. And as this is Blood Boil, both players are floating a whole lot of minerals. Just like with a gold base, a back base that has too many mineral patches, you just have so many minerals on this map. But it looks like Demillion's is able to sneak around Fizman's army, and he's gonna actually go and he's gonna be able to attack into the base of Fizman while his army is across the side of the map. This Lurker is just getting killed by these queens though. Lurkers do get morphed down on the other side of the map, so Demillion is going to have to force a base trade here and see what happens, because this is not that big of an army here for Demillion. Is there any drones out on the map? Not really. I guess what Fizman could do is take any of these drones from this gold base and move the crowd across the map. Lurker's getting into the main base here. Yeah, so it's just going to be a straight base trade. But the reinforcements here from Fizman may be enough, I think, to fight this off. At least slow it down enough that Fizman's army should be able to take out the base of Demillion. Oh, actually, okay, Fizman's actually gonna come back with a couple of roaches and Ravagers to see if we can fight this off. Leave the Lurkers across the other side of the map to basically make sure Demillion is on a timer, right? A little bit of move command here from Fizman. These roaches aren't quite getting to the fight as soon as they could be. And Demillion actually is a really good position on top of this ramp. Bunch of the army of Fizman not quite fighting yet. The main does go down from Demillion. He's got 6 drones left somewhere. But this army may just not be big enough to kill everything by the time these Lurkers kill everything. Is there any other units out on the map for Demillion? Okay. Well, Fizz is gonna take a couple secret bases out here, just to make sure he doesn't lose his base trade. But should be in good shape here. These roaches, although they have pretty good DPS, they're not gonna kill these everything fast enough. Fizz not firing for some reason with these Lurkers. They're on hold fire. I don't really know why. Fizz, please attack. He doesn't want to. Just like, no, we don't need to attack here. This game has gotten a little weird. I think Fizman had this game 100% in the bag, and now it's going a little bit crazy for him. A little bit closer than it needed to be. These Lurkers still have not fired a single shot yet. There we go. Alright, so now Demillion is definitely on a timer. Fizman actually makes a couple of Lurkers infestors for some reason, and some Swarm Hosts. I guess, why not? But Roaches versus Swarm Hosts, not the greatest fight. If Fizman fights them. Fizman if you fight them. Thank you, there we go. So these Swarm Hosts should do pretty good against these Roaches. Every unit here for Demillion is gold, right? He's actually going to transfer the workers from the gold base, as I say, to this far base down here. And I think these two are the last buildings, and I think, yeah, Demillion has realized can't come back from this. The Lurkers are eventually going to kill everything, and there it is, GG. Fizman wins the game. A little bit of a crazy base trade situation in there. I don't know if he needed to have the base trade, but It happened. Alright, so that brings the series to 2-1 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. Fizman taking a game back for All Inspiration. Let's go with the set number 3. We got Do Try versus Drebs. A little TBT action. What's great is from these, since these are from replays, it's just like just hammering them out real quick. Don't even need to worry about anything. Alright, in the top right hand corner of Sequencer, playing the red Terran. For Team Psionic Aftermath, we have Drebs. And in the bottom left hand corner, playing for Team All Inspiration with a great little icon down here, it is Do Try. And Do Try is going to try to even out this series here for All Inspiration. Huge map here for our TBT, I think. I think a lot of TBTs nowadays have been like the kind of early game Cyclone, Hellion, Reaper type of shenaniganry, and it like really is good for small maps and stuff. But this could be a little bit interesting here with this mega size map. So it looks like Drebs can come in here and get his scout out first, going across the map. Gonna spot off on spot Do Try's SCV going as well. So Drebs may have a little bit of an earlier scout off, but Do Try gonna have a little bit slightly better economy, I think. Doesn't make that much of a deal, as you know, sending your worker at 12 instead of 11. You know, that's not or 12 instead of 13. It's not a big deal. 2 SCVs kind of run around. That's the most annoying thing at this Terran. As I've tried to like offer it a little bit, but whenever an enemy worker starts poking away at a SCV, it's just the most annoying freaking thing in the world. But Do Try, no fear, going for that one barracks expand here. On the other side of the map, what is Drebs going to do? He's making a Reaper. Both players going for the Reaper. Wonder if Drebs can go for that expand as well. Could be a little bit of a mirror matchup here, but there is no command center quite yet for Drebs. I guess he went with orbital a little quicker, I think. Yeah, he's got his orbital done. Do Try gonna actually get his command center out a little bit faster. But factory coming down for Drebs. So Do Try does come in and spot the difference in builds here. Sees there's no command center, sees the double gas, sees the factory. So he should know what he needs to prepare for here. Reaper coming across the map as well for Drebs. So Drebs can come over and I think try to poke away this command center, maybe cancel it. The Reaper is out for Do Try as well, so hopefully Do Try can get over here and stop this Reaper from poking away too much, but he does get the kill. And the command center will be delayed at least for a little bit here. And the Reaper gets away. Reapers are so slippery. Factory coming now for Do Try. Second Reaper also out. Looks like it's going to be a Hellion for Drebs, and then a reactor on that barracks. So 2 Reapers versus 2 Reapers. Do Try going to try to pick off that Reaper, not going to get it quite yet. He has to be careful here. Doesn't want to get surrounded by these 2 Reapers and get picked off. Ooh, does lose it. So 1 Reaper does go down. He's going to try. Do Try is going to actually pick off the other Reaper with the bomb. Nice. And possibly get the... No. 1 shot away. Could have been 2 Reapers. Could have got that double kill. Could have got that nice multi-kill for Do Try, but not quite. Command center is now finally done. Do Try not morphing that into an orbital quite yet. Barracks reactor. Cyclone coming out of the factory and a starport also going up for Do Try. Let's just come across the map here. We got Hellion and a Reaper for Drebs. So he's going to try to come in and get some damage done. There really is no units out here at all for Do Try. He's going to probably lose whatever worker's coming out of the command center now. So it's going to... Oh, actually, there's no workers, so it's okay. He's not going to lose anything. The Reaper's going to hop in and try to spot what's going on. He does see the starport, does see the tech lab being made. Cyclone comes out and will be chasing away the small little army of Drebs. Let's see what else we got. We got another barracks coming down for Do Try. Nothing quite coming out of the starport just yet. A couple Marines coming out for the out of the barracks. So it looks like it's gonna be like some sort of Marines, a little bit of Marines, and a little Cloak Banshee action coming here from Dutry. Meanwhile, else of the map, just still making barracks here for Drevs. No tech lab down at all quite yet. So there is no siege chains coming out. It's just gonna be Marines and looks like a Widow Mine. So maybe a Widow Mine drop here with a couple Marines. See how that does. Command Center does finish up for Drevs. So he's probably gonna float that over soon enough. But the Cyclone, the Marines, Hellbat, and Reaper is on the front doorstep of Dutry, and there really isn't too much here right now. Siege Tank does get out. He needs to get that siege up as soon as possible before he loses too many units here. Siege Tank gets sieged up, takes a nice shot, and I don't think Dutry lost too much actually. That Banshee is gonna probably take out that Cyclone. Oh, nice pickup there for Drev. Takes out, saves the Cyclone flash and boosts out of there. Cyclones unfortunately do no damage to anything in the air anymore. So it was quite a scary move there. It's quite a scary moment. So yeah, Drev only gets 3 work kills there. I think one was before with the. Oh, I think he only gets 1 actually, because he killed the scouting SCV. He killed the SCV building this command center originally, and then he gets 1 with that little push. So nice defense there from Dutry. Doesn't really take too much damage at all. Up 31 to 24 workers as well. Oh, here comes the Widow Mine drop. I completely missed it. Ooh, the Widow Mine does get a good shot off. I don't think it killed anything. It killed 2 workers. Unfortunately, since Widow Mines don't one-shot workers anymore. Oh wait, do they? Do Widow Mines one-shot workers? SCVs? I don't even know. How do these SCVs get so low without dying? I don't think I gotta look this up. I don't remember now. I know adepts don't kill workers. Do Widow Mines not kill workers either? Widow Mines kill everything else. They kill Protoss workers. They kill Zerg workers. I feel like they put him to 5 health. I'm not 100% sure on this because I don't play TVT, but I'm like, I think that's what happens. So we're gonna have Bio versus a little mech, a Bio army versus a kind of a Hellbat, Siege Tank Marine army from Dutry. So this should be a kind of an interesting mix of how these styles clash. So another drop could come out here on the left-hand side from Drevs. Let's see if he could get what he can get done here. Banshee is actually on the side of the map as well. Dutry not to get much. He actually got some worker kills there. I didn't notice. Shows how good I am at observing. Just tunnel vision on the drops going on one side and completely forgot about the Banshee. So the Banshee stays cloaked. He's gonna try to get in here and get some more damage done. Hopefully Dutry paying attention, could come in here and take out this SCV building the turret, but because there is no more scans left on the map for Drevs. But Banshee's gonna run out of energy anyway. Comes down into the main base and actually loses almost all of the Marines. Siege Tank kind of cleaned that up pretty easily. The missile turret did too much damage. Took out like 6 or so Marines inside the medevac. I guess the Banshee died. I didn't see it though. Armory coming down for Dutry now, and a 3rd command center as well. So he feels like he's in a pretty good spot here. +1 has finished up as well. +1/+1 on the way for Drevs. Combat shield and +1 as well. So for now, Dutry has the upgrade advantage, but he will be behind by 1 once Drevs upgrades do finish. Dutry's got quite a sizable army here now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siege tanks and a decent amount of Marines. So I think he's gonna try to make this push timing happen with combat shields finishing up. And I think it could be pretty strong. There are a lot of Marauders here on Drev's side of the map, but there are no more medevacs, which is huge, right? Because every stim can cost so much health points on this army. Yeah, so Drev doesn't quite have any vision of this yet. No Marines sitting on the watchtower or anything like that. So he's gonna try to. Dutry's gonna come over here onto this 3rd base location, potential 3rd base location of Drevs, and probably get a good siege position. Dredge should possibly see it now. Yeah, he sees it with the tower. So he's gonna try to put these siege tanks down the bottom here. It's a pretty nice position here for him. Siege tanks aren't quite done yet, but oh my goodness, 4 siege tanks just shell away and take out almost the entire army of Drebs. It was a little bit risky there because I saw that dude try siege tanks weren't quite sieged up yet. He did lose two of those siege tanks, so that hurts a little bit. These medevacs are putting in overtime to get everything healed up. The dude tries gonna try to move, reposition these siege tanks, squeeze them a little bit tighter. Don't think they could actually hit the oh, they could actually hit the command center from there. I did not know that. That sucks. That's a nice position. I don't know if anybody else plays any of you Tyrant players out there. I did not know this siege tank moved up all the way here could hit that command center. That's a nice position. He's gonna stim in here, and I think since he's in range of a couple of these siege tanks, he's only in range of one. Drev is only in range of 1 for a second, but he does stim into the range of 2 more. And I think this should be. This is quite the hold Dutra has on this army. Just constant pressure onto your natural command center is just so hard to deal with as a Tyrant player with siege tanks here, with any player really. So yeah, continually moving back into the siege tank fire with the cover there. One siege tank kind of gets passed out a little bit weirdly, but does move it out and is able to sit back and wait. Travis does kind of dive it, takes it out, but loses a couple more Marines and Marauders for it. That is a position. Did not know that was one. And he even has the 2 Vikings here to keep air superiority. So yeah, Drebs has to constantly repair that command center, which is just so annoying. The siege tanks aren't quite sieged up yet. He does try to get them up now. Doesn't lose any siege tanks for it. I was actually thinking Drebs was going to be able to come in there and take out one of the siege tanks before they were able to get sieged up. This is a pretty good position here. The 3rd base of Detroit has been landed over at this 3rd base location with the double gas, so you should start pulling away with this economic lead that he already has built up. And Drev still hasn't built any starport units. I mean, any Vikings here. So basically, he's conceded the air superiority to Dutry, so there really is no way for him to get vision onto these tanks with his air units besides, you know, a scan. And you never want to scan him, especially when your economy is as low. Dutry is slowly repositioning siege tanks. Does get a nice spot here that he can hit both of these siege tanks. These siege tanks are probably going to go down. At least one of them is. Gonna stim in, try to take out the siege tank. Dutry does take out the siege tank. The Viking is going to get taken out, but there is Drev's going to have to tap out with both the siege tanks down and 4 siege tanks from his opponent. Outside his natural, he's going to tap out, and that will be it for game number 4. 4? Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go on to, I guess that was game 3 technically, but there was with one walkover. So that ties up the series 2-2. All having a strong showing here, coming back from that 0-2 deficit that we started out with. Alright, so next set we're going to go into is Ribeye versus Ogi. I can't even know, it's O-G-G-H-I, Ogi. Agi? Whatever, we'll go with that. So yeah, it's going to be a ZVP on Abyssal Reef. I didn't switch my overlay, did I? Okay, whatever, it's fine. We don't need to. In the top of the left-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, playing the purple Zerg, we have, for all inspiration, it is Ribeye. I can see the apartment from here, probably, actually. And in the bottom right-hand corner, playing for Psionic Aftermath, we have Ogi, I think. I'm gonna say Ogi. Ogi's good enough. So Ribeye just really embracing it. Going with that 12 pool. So I think what he's trying to do 12 pool. See if he could get rid of OE's command nexus and then expand on his own. Pretty strong build still in ZVP. I think even if you don't do too much damage, you still just throw your opponent off, right? You force him to make zealots. You force him to make things he doesn't want to make, right? It is going to be a gateway on the low ground. It's probably going to be a gateway expand. Ohi actually not going into the main base to scout this out, so that's kind of a big deal. Usually you want to go in there and scout the exact pull timing, even though like you say, because you could see like, all right, no expansion out yet for the Zerg. This could just be a pull first expand. So he doesn't actually know the full extent of what's going on right now. Yep, doesn't quite know it yet. The Lings are going to come out now. Now he should know. Now he should realize, okay, that wasn't just a pull first, that was a 12 pull. I better prepare at home. Nexus wasn't started yet, so that's actually not too bad for OE. He could actually start walling off now really quickly. Yeah, he's going to wall off with this submarine score here on the left-hand side. So he won't be able to get through these rocks, but he can also walk around. And Ribeye can go for that third command center as well. Third hatchery as well. So the wall is starting here. The Lings should be able to get here and probably take out one of these buildings, I think. There really isn't anything out yet. Ohi did not start a zealot, so this could be rough. If he breaks through here and takes up this pylon, there's gonna be no units. Yep, absolutely no units. And now these Lings are gonna be free reign. As long as he can micro, he could probably get some probe kills, pull back, at least deny some mining. I don't think this is enough probes to pull. These may be, yep, they're gonna die. There it is. Everybody's gonna take a quick game with a nice 12 pull. Kind of build order win-ish. The response from Ogi wasn't perfect, but it definitely worked out. Alright, so that was a nice quick set 4. Next game we're going to is P. Sosa versus Jake the Dog. Interesting name. I like the name. Alright. So in the top left hand corner, playing for Psionic Aftermath, we have Jake the Dog. And in the bottom right hand corner, playing for Team All Inspiration, the Peruvian god himself, it is P. Sosa. So both players actually go for a... Never mind. I was gonna say, go for a gas first. But they both just went for extractor trick. So, whatever. He's also actually gonna do... He did this to me one day and it freaked me out. He's gonna go for a hatchery first, not at his natural. What this does in a ZVZ is you kind of run over and you're like, wait, what the hell is that? There's nothing here, and you start over preparing for some sort of Ling all in, and then he hits you for roach timing. It's actually really terrifying. So Jake Dog gonna go for a gas into extractor. Extractor into spawning pool. So playing it a little bit safe, and go for expansion now. But I don't know if P. Sosa realizes that normal scouting path goes to the third. So, with Overlords. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll see. Well, luckily in this game, this Overlord is going to scout right to the natural and see nothing. I think this is actually better on smaller rush distance maps where the first Overlord gets to your natural fast enough to see the creep spreading, like that timing-ish. So then you actually start responding. You have to respond like, oh, that's scary. And then you, but like in this kind of situation, this hidden third base is never gonna get isn't gonna get scouted until there's already Lings out on the map. See, like there's Lings coming out now, so this third base is just a liability rather than a feint, you know. So let's see what Jake Dog can do here with these Lings. P. Sosa not making anything quite yet. Roach Warren coming out now. Still no units whatsoever. Psionic plays this boldly. He plays his matchup very boldly. People say you could cheese him and just win. This is kind of why. No lings out, just a couple of drones. This is rough. These lings are just gonna go to town, and they might just take up the spawn pool, just straight up easily. You have to fight with these fight the workers. The drones do push them back though. There really isn't much here. The queen actually gets out of position, and they're gonna get surrounded and taken out without even a single injection. This is a bit of a rough spot here for Psionic. Actually, in the end, he's up workers. If you get some roaches up, maybe we could talk. Jake Dog still has not spotted the third base, the expansion from Psionic yet though. So the roaches are on the way. 6 roaches on the way now. Speed is actually gonna finish at least, so that's nice. But there's just a lot of lings here. Right, but the roaches are finally out, so I think we're okay. So now there's a decent amount of roaches out on the map. He's gonna try to make this happen with a few roaches, but there's enough lings that like small groups of roaches kind of just die to them. Psionic is making a bunch of lings now as well. So in the end, this actually was not too bad for Psionic. I was expecting a lot more damage to be done. Alright, so Psionic is going to try to make this push work now. He's got a decent army supply here in comparison to Jake the Dog, but they are kind of split up. He needs these roaches together with these lings to make this push happen. Bailing's being morphed here now for Jake the Dog, but Psionic gets a little bit caught out here with a lot of his lings, and I think there's just not enough roaches and lings here to fight against all these lings from Jake the Dog. And yeah, with this many lings, the roaches are gonna get surrounded, and just everything may just go down here. Yep, everything goes down, and this is quite the army force coming across the map. And all these slow roaches just get picked off because Psionic doesn't have a bailing nest. Lings are actually pretty good against roaches when there aren't enough roaches. The ling versus ling is a fight you can't win with less lings. Yeah, so Jake Dog smelling blood in the water, just going for it now. Just continually making lings rally him across the map. Just having banelings and Psionic not having banelings is really, it's huge for him. Ooh, big hit there, and I think this could be it for Psionic. Lings get a nice wraparound on top of these roaches, and I think if that will probably do it. Jake Dog finally spots his natural base. More and more lings streaming across the map. Psionic just can't get the roach count up that he needs to deal with the streams of lings here. This natural base is probably gonna go down for sure. Or maybe not. Maybe I spoke a little bit too soon here. It wasn't as many lings coming across the map as I thought. It is actually still like 19 to 20 drones. Psionic is not quite dead yet. As dead as he looks, he's not quite dead yet. The problem is, like I was saying, this base being farther away now is less of a feint and more just a liability that he has to defend running back and forth between 2 spots. There's a group of lings up here by his third, another group of lings down here going into the main, and there's nothing in the main. The defense has 1 queen. And this queen should probably go down. There's enough surface area here for the lings to get on top of it, and he takes that out while the fight's happening over in the natural as well. The Bane's gonna get a pretty good, good detonation on these lings, and this base should definitely go down. Psionic gonna tap out. GG. Jake Dog takes game number 6. So we're tied up going into the ace match. 3-3. It's a nice realization there by Jake Dog. Just he knew he was getting damaged. He saw the roaches come out. He saw there's no natural. He just kind of assumed, oh, okay, this is not This is a push. This is a big push. So he started walking across the map. I started producing a whole bunch of lings, and when there's not that many roaches out on the map, that many lings can kind of just surround and take them out. It's all about surface area against roaches, right? So if you, the fact that all pieces of the roaches kind of were fighting like 6 lings to 1 roach without the like bundled together, it was what really turned the fight. All right, so let's go to the ace match. So the ace match is gonna be a best of 3 between Got Quail and Passion. First map is gonna be Defender's Landing because why not? Why not, guys? Alright, so in the top right hand corner, playing for all inspiration, we have the red Zerg. It is All-In's Got Quail. In the bottom left hand corner, playing for Psionic Aftermath, it is Psyx Passion. It's a great name for a StarCraft player in the end, right? Just, we always talk about passion in this community. So I'm curious to see what kind of builds come out on this map. This is one of those weird maps where like the rush distance is so short that most standard games don't actually happen here. So yeah, we'll see. Got Quail is gonna go for standard though. He's gonna go for a hatch first. Well, standard at this point at least. Hatch first, and Passion looks like he's gonna go just for a Reaper expand. SCB's gonna come in and scout out and see absolutely nothing of note. Basically sees the hatch first, sees the gas, sees the pool go down. Basically sees everything is A-okay, right? We're on the way for Passion now. Let's see. Command center going to be morphed into a orbital command. And I wouldn't be surprised as his money gets up to 400, drops his own drops his second base as well. There goes command center. He's actually gonna move this barracks down to the lower ground and morph the reactor down there. I kind of like this play. I've actually not seen this too much, but I do like it. Comes down here and completes his wall off with the reactor and the barracks down at the bottom. I like it. This is one of those few maps that you can do this because I like it with the positioning of where this ramp is compared to your command center. It really is just like, perfect. Reapers can come in and see what he can get done. Gets 1 work kill actually, which is not bad. You usually expect the Reaper to get pretty much nothing done. Yeah, some pretty standard stuff so far, but actually, never mind. Got Quail's gonna drop a Baneling Nest now with about 20 workers, so I think he may be going for a bust here. Yeah, pulling up lings in the main base as well, so these lings are just gonna try to scare away his Reaper. If this Reaper, what he's trying to do right now is get the scout off and spot these lings, and it looks like he's not gonna see anything. He gets up at the top of the ramp and Queen takes him out, so all these lings went unscouted, and this bust is gonna be very strong and very scary. But like I was saying, this wall is pretty nice for Passion. But the only thing that's the issue with a wall on this side of the map, right, or the lower side of the map, is these tech labs and add-ons are a little bit exposed. So he can actually come in here and just take out this tech lab, take out stem. That's a pretty big loss. And all these Marines are actually up away from this bunker. So this could be a little scary. The Marines aren't quite at the bunker yet, and the bunker is going to get surrounded. Yep. Actually, Quail's going to just ignore the bunker completely and go right into the main base. And that's a disaster, actually, for Passion. Baneling Bust basically it wasn't even a bust. Didn't need to bust anything. The Lings get into the main. All the Lings just kind of roll over everything, and door was open. Absolutely. The Marines weren't at the bottom of the ramp. They were not at the they were not at the bunker, and Quail kind of just walked right in. Like I was saying, this map is kind of one of those weird maps where you could expect something a little bit strange to happen, a little cheesy, and Quail utilized the short rest stations really well. All right, so let's go into the next game here. We got game 2 between Passion and Quail. It's going to be Proxima Station as the second map. Let's get right into it. All right, so in the top right-hand corner of Proxima Station, we have the Red Zerg. Playing for All Inspiration, it is Allen's got Quail. Alright, and in the bottom left-hand corner of Proxima Station, we have playing for Team Psionic Aftermath, trying to keep their the CTO Week 1 dreams alive. It is Passion. Yep, this is game 2 of the... Oh shit, wrong one. This is game 2 of the ace set. So basically, if Quail wins this, he wins the ace set, and we win the entire series. If he does not, then we go into a final deciding game. Don't worry, Manny, I got it. Just chill with the overlay. Chill, we got it. Don't worry, I haven't opened my side monitor, so I actually see it this time. I just wanted to cast it really small, guys. You ever see those really bad overlays where it's like the game screen is like this small, and then like the entire bottom right hand corner of the stream is like this girl with half her clothes off? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Because you guys are here to see my good looks. You're not really here to see any StarCraft, honestly. Engaging gameplay? Come on now. Alright, so pretty standard stuff here. Once again, Quail actually going to take this front base. I kind of like that here on this map because if you take the back base, the front base does get denied by the it gets denied by the Reaper for a decent amount of time, and it just gets so freaking annoying. So taking this front base means, hey, I already have this base. If you're gonna try to deny my third base, you have to come into my base. You have to come all the way in and deal with my Lings, my Queens, my creep. So it looks like the same build coming up for both players so far. Barracks finishes up. Oh, actually, never mind. I spoke too soon. No Reaper out of. Oh, no, there was a Reaper. Yep, nope, there's a Reaper. Okay, Reaper coming out for Passion. Command center is done, and looks like it's going to be a reactor onto this barracks, and this Overlord is gonna fly in once again and see the second barracks. So, yep, same exact builds. As Reaper come in, spot the command center, spot the base. Just gonna be a little bit of an annoying nuisance here. Let's see what he can get done. He does see that the extractor still, Quail is still mining gas, and actually gonna go for an overload speed here pretty quickly. So maybe possibly a drop, or he might just be getting this for scouting. Not 100% sure. I've seen it for both sides. I've seen it done for both things, right? Reaper tries to deny third base for a little bit, but like I was saying, it's one of the inner bases, so it's not nearly as easy to stop. And I think the Reaper should go down. Nope, it's a Reaper. Oh no, he turned around. He just didn't want to live anymore. Just gave up. And there's a fly flying around my face, and it's really annoying. Sorry, guys. It looks like a 2-on-1 coming out for Passion. I'm gonna do that nice 2-on-1 drop that everyone's been doing. And see how Quail decides to deal with it. This map actually is a pretty decent map to deal with 2-on-1 because to do a 2-on-1 on see, because your creep spread is basically here, here, and here, right? And you have this entire open area of no creep, and getting your queens back and forth to defend against 2-on-1 drops is just so freaking annoying when there's no creep, right? Quail does drop a creep from here, so hopefully he'll start spreading this way, and once this area is covered in creep, he should be able to get back and forth to defend his bases much easier. Because the whole point of 2-on-1, the way you're supposed to defend 2-on-1 is take away the medevac support, right? You get your 4 or 5 queens, focus fire down on medevac, and use your links to surround and make sure they're not taking good trades. So double medevac and actually going straight for a where is it? Fusion core here. So I'm curious to see what Passion's got for us here. Fusion core coming out. I wonder what he's gonna do with it. Starport's still not switched on to a tech lab yet. Quill's actually gonna spot the fusion core being made. So I wonder if he's gonna realize what this is. I wonder if it's like a, I don't know what it is actually. I have no idea what it could be. Battlecruiser rush. Off 2 bases. So here comes the Marines out. Does deny 1 crew tumor. I wouldn't be surprised to drop the scan now to try to get rid of it. Queens come out. Focuses down. Almost focuses down 1 medevac of all the Marines. That would have been very bad for him. Fusion core finishes now. Second starport going on to this tech lab. Curious to see what he decides to make out of that. There's a lot of links here. A lot of coming across the map. Quail knows there's still no command center here for the 3rd base, so he knows something weird is happening. Or actually no, 2-on-1 you don't have 3rd base that early. So you just kind of try to keep his links here and decide and try to wait for that 3rd base to be made. So I think it's gonna actually Liberator range. Interesting build, I think. I think it is at least, right? Or why else would you get a fusion core and make a Liberator? So what's this Overlord speed gonna come in and try to scout what he can see? Basically, he sees everything. He doesn't know what's coming out of this starport quite yet. Yeah, there's Liberator range. But he did see the fusion core, so he has to be prepared for. All right, fusion core means either A, Liberator range, B, battlecruisers, or C, speed banshees. I think those are the 3 things that come out of it. At this point in the game, I think he's probably assuming it's Liberators, but either way, he has to deal with some sort of weird air type of play. And I think he definitely figured out that is Liberator range because he moves these short calls to the farthest point away from his hatchery as possible, just to make it almost like if he's going to try to use a Liberator range, he's got to be at the farthest point away and only cover like 1 minimum patch. So I like this play from Quill. These double short calls in each base. Actually, this is also pretty good against battlecruisers as well. You don't need fusion core for Banshee speed? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, never mind. See, I don't play Terran. I had no idea. But still no 3rd base coming out for Passion. Passion just has bunkers everywhere. I think he's thinking possible Baneling bust again? I'm not actually sure. But really not too much else coming out from him besides this 1 Liberator has been sitting here for most of the game. He's sitting here on 2 bases. He's basically giving Quail the entire map, right? The creep spread is getting a little bit out of control here. Creep all the way over to the gold base, down here to this other expansion, down here to the 4th base. So Quail's feeling great right now. And I think this Liberator range, this build I think just times out a little bit too late. Because by the time the Liberator range finishes and this Liberator comes out, there's 6 mutas on the way. Like, Liberator range is great when you do it fast enough that there's no mutas. But when you do it at this timing, it's a little, I don't know, it's strange. So Spore Crawl is actually not gonna fire? Wait, that's out of range of a Spore Crawl, or does he just not see it? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, well, either way, like I said, 6 mutas are out, and Liberator's just gonna get taken out. And so basically that Liberator range was almost completely useless. Let's see if he can get any damage here. Nope, absolutely none. Quail's on top of his bases. He loses 1 drone, but not too much. And the mutas are gonna fly over and take this out as well. So yeah, 3rd base is finally floated over here for Passion. So he's got a handful of Marines, a couple Widow Mines, a decent amount of Liberators. So he's going to try to secure his 3rd base, but I think he's way behind now, just in terms of economy, in terms of wasted gas on tech. His army just doesn't seem very scary, right? It's just got 2 Widow Mines for the entirety of the splash and a couple Liberators. Liberators are good, but they're not that good anymore against mutas. Ouch. Does lose one muta, I think, there. And he's actually adding a couple corruptors into this mix. I kind of like that because the corruptors just do really well against the liberator range. You need it against liberator range. So you can't just fly over on top of the liberators. ZB in ZBT. Let's see. I don't know. I had a thing to say there, but I kind of forgot. Ouch. Okay. Well, the mutas are just gonna die. Corruptors are just so good against liberators anyway, so might as well have them. Where are the corruptors? I know he made like 8 more, didn't he? Yeah, there they are. So here they come, and these liberators are just gonna all get denied pretty much. The Ling Bane is down here on the bottom left of Quail's base, and I think they're gonna come around back here and surround Quail, surround Passion. And Passion is really not gonna have anywhere to go. He's very deep on the creep right now, which is kind of scary. And Quail's just setting up this huge flank of Banelings, Lings, and everything. Passion's trying to make this happen, but actually, Quail's gonna go for a bit of a counterattack here. But this first engagement here is just gonna go so well for him because there just isn't enough splash damage. It was like maybe 3 Banelings, 3 Liberators. Yeah, and on the other side of the map, Lings come into the natural and just take everything out as well. So there it is. Got Quail, takes out Passion 2-0, and with it takes the series for all inspiration 4-3 in week 1 of CTL. So yeah, that was a nice quick cast for you guys there. Hour and 7 minutes. Not. I wasn't trying to speed through it, but I was trying to do it pretty quickly. It's amazing how fast things can get done when you are casting from replays and have them all on hand. So yeah, that should be it. Next week, well, week 2 was against UR, right? At some point I'll cast those. I don't know when. Maybe Sunday night. Not sure. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be on top of casting more of these, just in general. But yeah, so thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. I know I did this right during E3 starting, so I appreciate you guys coming out because I know you guys are all really excited to hear what EA says about Mass Effect Andromeda. Actually, I have no idea what EA is doing, but yeah, so that should be about it. I'll probably be back tomorrow to stream the rest of it. Let me know if you guys want to stream anything on this channel. If you're in All Inspiration, just message me. They give you the key for it. Any kind of event, anything like that. So, yeah. We have a couple viewers. Might do the host for just why not, for the sake of hosting someone. Who's passionate enough to be streaming? Oh boy, is Tech4 streaming? All right, time to host Tech4. All right, see you guys later. Peace.